Hi Cancer, it's Michelle from The Guided Intuitive. How are you? So I'm here to do a read for the month of November 2018, and this will be for all Cancer Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as your Venus. If you do not know what your Moon, Rising, Ascendant, or your Venus signs are, please be sure to check the description box below. Plug in all your data. If you do not know the time of your birth, meaning the exact time of your birth, go ahead and plug in 12 noon, and that will pop out your whole astrological chart, okay? And then you'll be able to see what signs are in your chart, and you can actually check those other videos out and see how much they may resonate with you. Take what does, kick out what doesn't. Energies do transcend, so what you might find in your past may actually be in your current situation at this time, or you might not, not yet experienced it, that type of thing. So sometimes that happens. It's not unusual. Sometimes I get reads that may not resonate at the moment, but then I find out 6 months later that they do. So it's just how it works. Okay. So I do want to let you know that I did start we've got a Facebook page for those that are interested in a Facebook group and want to share some of their insights as they're going through personal development. So please be sure to go to the Guided Intuitive Facebook page, click the button Visit Group. A couple questions will be prompted and you'll be right on in. It is a closed group, so we just want to make it safe for everyone. And that being said, if you'd like a read, go to theguidedintuitive.com. And guys, check out our store. We've opened up a new store, and it is in the description box below for the link. And it has elements for the home, just to kind of bring that soulful, get you into that soulful mood. Whether it is, aromatherapy, whether it's their favorite cup of tea, whether it's a journal. We're adding new items all the time, but it's to help make your environment a place that speaks to your soul. And I've also added women's fashion. So women, check that out as well. And let me know if you like it. Guys, I will be adding things a little bit later. And again, it's all about what speaks to your soul. So if the fashions vibe with you ladies, awesome. If they don't, that's okay too. It's not going to be for everyone, but do check it out. It's all about, again, finding items that speak to your soul, that allow you to tap into your intuition. And there you have it. So without further ado, this will be, for Cancer. And I did complete your read previously. And at the end, I said Leo. So if you have a Leo that's in your life, let me know below in your comments, because I'd like to know, because I was done with my reading until Leo came up. All right. So let me go ahead and bring the camera down and let's get started. And I can say that too, because I'm a Leo rising. So there you have it. All right. So let's go ahead and get started and see what's in store for you here, Cancer. What does Cancer need to know as it relates to love for the month of November 2018? What is it that they need to know for their highest good relating to love? Okay, so this read is just for you because I'm doing a love bonus, which I typically just do general reads. And it's just for you to thank you for all your likes, subscribes, and your shares throughout the full year. Since we're in the month of Thanksgiving, I wanted to do that just for you. Okay, so I hope you enjoy it. We're going to do a 4-card spread on love, and then I'm going to pull some clarifiers. So let's start out with this first. Okay, so we get the Eight of Wands. So the Eight of Wands tells me you've got some swift communication coming in. What I like about this too is that in your love life, whether communication is coming in, it is a good sign that things are going to happen a lot faster than you anticipate. In other words, you probably had some bumps in the road, something that's been holding you back, in your love relationship. And, for whatever reason, whether it's you, the other person, internal circumstances, external circumstances, whatever, what this is saying is that now that as things are since we've actually changed after this last full moon, this actually gets a lot more communication is coming through. We will have a new moon, of course, that's coming up at the beginning of November. But this is saying is that whatever it is that you're going to be working on right now relating to love is going to move a lot faster, a lot more with ease. So you're going to see that. If you're already seeing this now, let me know below. But this is your underlying energy. So let's take a look at your situation at hand. Oh, well, reading's over. We got the 10 of Cups. Okay, happily ever after. So just kidding, but this basically says that your situation at hand, what it is emotional fulfillment. Cups is the Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. So you might be at a time where you're just feeling emotionally very, very good. And by the way, I'm a Cancer moon and a Leo rising, and I thought this is kind of interesting. Maybe why Leo came out at the end is just because maybe that is something that needs to come through in terms of strength, courage, and that type of thing. So again, everyone, let me know in your comments below. But this is really great, right? Boom! This is a great thing to have. This is your current situation at hand. It is, of course, the Ten of Cups, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. So again, that is you. Now, it could be a fellow sign as well. I think you're taking on this energy, and this is about being emotionally fulfilled. So if you are, note your comments below why. Now, I know that might not resonate with all of you. Perhaps you haven't been here yet. You know, who knows? But this is the situation at hand. Perhaps this is what you want and you're not there yet. But this is what's coming through in terms of your current situation, in terms of where you're presently at. Now, what's on top here is going to represent the challenges that are blocking you from moving forward in your love life or particular relationship. Now, when I talk about relationship, this could even be someone you're thinking of. This could be an on or off again. This could be a committed relationship. Whatever it may be, this is just the person that you have in mind, okay? And this is just general love readings. So take what resonates and kicks out what doesn't. So what's challenging you is you're looking at long-term here, okay? You've got the wands here, the Three of Wands. And when I see the wands, it tells me there's an Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. Hence, what I mentioned before. You know, perhaps there is someone that is looking long-term, whether that is you taking on this energy or that particular person you have in mind. That might be an Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, that type of thing. But it's symbolic of energy, creativity, passion, and ideas. And this is about taking that long-term approach. Knowing that long-term, yes, there's going to be issues. There's mountains in the back. It's not a big deal, but because this person knows, you know, with the red cloak, that they could actually they could overcome any single obstacle that's ahead of them. They've already seen fruits from their labor, because these wands are bearing green buds of seeds developing. So it's quite beautiful. But you're looking long term and how you want to see this, maybe how you want your love life to develop, and it's hard for you to see what that is, you know, and that's what this is talking about. So it's saying to look long term. What is it that your values are? What it is that that you really, really want in a love relationship, and start, you know, focusing on what it is that you want, not what it is that you don't want. Because the past may have been something different than where you are right now. And hence why it's so important to take that time. And the challenge here is to take that time to look long term. This wants to remind you to do that, okay, Cancer? That's what this is saying. Look long term, because if you don't, it's easier to fall into old patterns than before in a past relationship that may have not worked out, you know, from some lesson that wasn't learned, but now you know, right? And so now, with that information from all the relationships that you've had before, this wants you to know that if you've reached this point where you emotionally are feeling wonderful, what does your long-term, look like? Sometimes it's without a partner. You never know, but this is something to take into consideration. What you see long-term, do you want to share with someone special? And if so, what does that look like? What is it? What visualizations do you get out of it? What is it? Who's around you? And what is around you? So paint that picture so it vividly stands out, and revisit that every single day. Anchor that, maybe when you think about it, just, hold the pulse of your thumb a little bit. And then when you've got that vision in there, hold it tight and then let it go. And then anytime you want that vision to come up again, just, go ahead and grab your thumb and have that vision pop up in your mind. So there's lots of different ways to do that, but in terms of anchoring that, and of course, creating a vision board of what it is that you see yourself for. And put on your desktop or your phone, and your phone and that type of thing. So it's really great. But think long term. It wants you to focus on long term, even though it might be a struggle or might be blocking you right now. This is saying to really focus on long term. Now, in the past, okay, in the past we had a Knight of Pentacles. So the Pentacles talk about these Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo type energy. And this is all about that, what I want to say, it's all about that material gain, realization, you know, health of a relationship, the wealth of the relationship, the material possessions of the relationship, and just the physical world, and, you know, having those realizations come into play. So this is saying that you had an offer come in. It was a slow moving offer that was coming in. But what's nice about this is that slow moving offer, those are more long withstanding, okay? It's not someone just rushing right on through here and then running away. This is someone that's actually bringing you a wonderful opportunity. Now, this is in your past position. Now, you may not have experienced it, or you may be experiencing this, but what this is saying is that you've had some particular offer that came through for you. And then, of course, I think what happened is that perhaps that you decided to take that, and then you're starting to look long term. So this is about also doing the hard work on yourself in love or in a relationship that's necessary to have that productivity and to have this 10 of Cups here, this happily ever after. So that's what this is saying to you. So this is really interesting. The Knight is willing to do the work. Even if it's repetitive and dull, he's willing to do the work in order for the dreams to be achieved in a relationship. So you probably got someone that is interested in moving forward in a relationship and willing to do the work. And I think that's really beautiful. I think it's really beautiful to find someone that will do that and that can do that if that is something you desire. No judgment. Everyone has their own vision of how they feel love should look like for them. And I think that's beautiful. Okay. So this is saying is that this particular person is a natural planner. And so if you envision the goal for the relationship and determine the best course of action, thinking long term together, then you can actually you know, focus on sticking to your path, but do it with methodical and relentless focus. And this person there is able to do that. So let me know if that is you doing that, or if it's your partner that provided some sort of offer in the recent past. Even though these you know, kind of mundane and boring aspects of life, maybe kind of like the daily grind and repetitive schedules or household chores, this thing is beautiful, because when the Knight of Pentacles comes up, you're going to be required to accept the responsibility without any complaints or any grudges. You just take it on, and you're on your right path, because you will achieve the goals for the happiness that you want. And it looks like you're very much well on your way. So that's what this is saying. Now, what's in your future? We've got the Knight of Swords, okay? So the Knight of Swords. Now, the swords talk about Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. So Cancer, you might have something like that, someone like that in your area of love moving forward. Or perhaps this is you taking on that energy and cutting out what no longer serves you. So I think that might very much well be the case. Because the swords are symbolic of a challenge, of any struggle, of change or anything like that. So I think that what's important to you is that you might keep your vision alive and know what you want long term. Whether or not you have taken this offer or not is up to you, but this is saying is that you're becoming clear, and you're going to, moving forward, focus on, you know, what no longer serves you. That will be cut out, okay? So that's what this wants you to know. So you tell me in your in below, because it is definitely something that is about, you know, thinking clearly. It's definitely about authority, coming to your own truth, right? Your own power, and stepping into your own power in love. And it's a double-edged sword in his right hand, all right? And his left hand is just really gently resting, you know, upon his lap. And it's all about subtle guidance. You know, it's the butterflies that are around are just symbolic of focusing on transformation. It's just, you know, subtle guidance. It's really, really beautiful here. A lot of mental clarity. I think that there's a very few clouds in the sky, and that represents a very stern judgment, okay? So let's talk about this. So what is this as it relates to the King of Swords here? Why is you or the other person? And like I said, the swords are talking about the Gemini, Libra, Aquarius type energy. Not particularly the sign, so to speak, but that energy, and it could be the sign. Let's pull some clarifiers on the King of Swords. Okay, so you had an opportunity. There's an opportunity that's coming your way in love. It's a new beginning. Look at this. There's a new beginning. So once you reach the 10, the 1 plus 0 is 1, and your gift was a new beginning because you cut out what was no longer serving you, and hence you got the 10 of Cups in your current situation. So let me know in your comments below. And if you're not the 10 of Cups, you might be loving yourself so much that you are actually feeling really great and you're looking long term. We'll cut out what no longer serves you. And if that, was this person or not, it could be, moving forwards, that you get an opportunity moving forwards. Because this is the Ace. The Ace is a number 1 and a new beginning, right? A new beginning in love. So I love to hear this. It's also about the Hermit, of going within. And I think that's to shed some light on the situation in love, to help you make better decisions moving forward. But when that opportunity comes, you're going to go within, and you want to make sure it's a great opportunity for you to move forward on. And even though that it has been a struggle in the past, there's been a lot of competition, okay? A lot of competition coming through. It's been like love has been a battlefield, right? That's there's a song on that, an old one. But it's what it's been like, and it should be like that all the time. And if you see that as a consistent type thing, that's something for you to definitely take some time out and say, hey, let's shed some light on this baby, okay? Let's make some changes here that's going to make it harmonious for all of us here, okay? So that means about going within and finding the truth and justice in the relationship and seeking guidance, right? Becoming that high priestess and thinking higher, thinking at a higher level and looking for the truth in terms of your soul, and whether it's in a relationship, in a partnership, or on your own, or what it is that you'd like to see moving forward to love. And then we get the King of Pentacles. How beautiful is this? Okay, so this is a Capricorn, Taurus or Virgo type energy. And the King of Pentacles has actually very, very fair. This is someone that has actually reached their point of success and doing extremely well. And this might be the person that you might come up with, the person that you're seeking guidance from, as the High Priestess, looking for advice from a King of Pentacles. Or perhaps this night, you cut him out and that knight turned into a king. Okay? So let me know if that makes sense, because there may have been some battles in the past, and by going within, both what brought you together is that spirituality. That is so cool. I don't know how that just came up, okay? It's going to take some strength in it, but again, it's about using the material plane and also using the spiritual plane together. But you're going to be able to tame the most wildest beast in the jungle by just focusing on your strength and using your spirituality and being, that calm, cool collective, and approaching compassion, approaching with care, approaching with understanding, and also listening. So it will take strength through that process. So that's quite beautiful. So let's do this, guys. What I'm going to do is going to pull some cards. Now I'm going to pull a card. This will be fun. I'm going to pull a card about what it is that you want to say to the person at hand that you might be thinking of as it relates to this read. What is it that Cancer wants to say to this particular person? So let's go ahead and shuffle this and see what comes up, okay? Shuffle these and see what comes up. Okay, I'm going to just kind of shuffle it this way. One more. Okay, I'm going to cut the deck and see what it is. Okay, what you, Cancer, want to say to this other person is, I beg you to hear this as me truly wanting you to register my feelings, not as an attack on you. Okay, so that's what you want to say to that other person. And this is quite beautiful. What this talks about is that sometimes it can be so painful and sadly so common that honest sharing can derail because the listener feels personally attacked. And what this card tells us is that it might entirely, it might entirely be unnecessary if that were the case. So here's the thing. The card really begs you, actually begs your partner to trust that if he or she feels bad hearing about what you have to say, that is not your intention. So what you want to say, Cancer, is I beg you to hear me. Excuse me, let me back up. I beg you to hear this as me truly wanting you to register my feelings, not as an attack on you. Okay? Now, what is it that your partner wants to say to you? So let's get that out. Let me know, guys, if this resonates in some way, shape, or form. I thought this would be kind of fun to use our relationship cards related to this love read here. Okay? So what is it that your partner wants to say to you? Or the person at hand, or the person you're thinking of, you fill in the blank. Okay, what this other person wants to say is that I can see that I've missed the point. Please give me another chance. Aw, isn't that great? Oh, this is beautiful. So that's really, it takes a lot of courage to say that. It takes a lot of stability, okay? And you'll just really be amazed at how quickly you will melt, Cancer, if that person says something like that. So again, what this person really wants to say to you is, I can see that I've missed the point. Please give me another chance. So perhaps this person wants another chance with you, and that would explain the Knight of Pentacles turning into a King of Pentacles and then turning into the Strength card, and together moving forward and achieving this happy life here. So what is important for you both to be aware of in this process in communication? Because we all know that that's a really huge part of it, right? What's going to help you both? Parenting. Okay, so parenting is going to be a big part of it. And this is a 9 card. It's 63 plus 9. So it comes into an ending. So it could be an ending of parenting, whatever that looks like, or an ending of a way of parenting, or perhaps an ending of parenting each other and listening to each other's feelings a little bit more. But coming to agreement as it pertains to perhaps children, okay? And another card to help you, self-discipline is what it's going to take in this process to make the changes that are going to be successful and necessary. Self-discipline to treat each other with respect, and also to to share a bit of your emotions and be vulnerable a little bit and open up. Okay, so that will be key. And what else? Spiritual career. So it looks like it might be something that someone that you have a spiritual career with as well, or that might be something you go into with that person, but you come together, and that's what it's going to take for this to be successful. So I hope, Cancer, that this resonates with you in some way, shape, or form. And until I see you in the month of December, namaste.